Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Lavleen Kang. I am the Chief Returning Officer for the Student Association elections. Today we will be having a debate for the position of Vice President University Affairs. We have 3 candidates. The format for the debate will be that each candidate will have 3 minutes to speak, and it will go in alphabetical order by their last name, after which we will entertain questions from the audience. Suki back there, she'll raise her hand. We'll be collecting questions from the audience during the speeches, and we will allow every candidate 1 minute to respond to each speech, and it'll go back like alphabetical order and then backwards and then the other way again, just for fairness. And at the end, every candidate will have 1 minute of closing in the opposite direction as to how they started. So first up, I would like to welcome Ijlal Gondal to start with your speeches.
Good afternoon, UIT. My name is Ijlal Gondal. First year student here at Oxford Engineering, and it's an honor for me to run for VP UIT 2011. So first of all, I would like to start with my campaign points. So my first campaign point is problem solving. I would like to solve all the problems of UIT students, and the way I will do this is like we will continue with the problems and I will solve them. And there are certain problems like which have been brought to me, like the library space is not enough for the students. So I would like to talk with the administration and to solve it. Moreover, I believe in the feedback policy, so I need your feedback. I need the feedback of your students for solving the problems. So, it's also my job to bridge the gap between the administration and the students. So you have to come to me with your problems, and I will try my best to solve them. My second point is unity. Whether it's the unity between the both campuses, like the North campus and the Downtown campus, or it's unity between inter-faculties. I would like all faculties to interact with each other. I would like to format the programs or events so the different faculties interact with each other and meet with each other and make friends with each other. And last but not least, my third point is innovation. I want to reform essay in a way that it becomes more accessible. Like during my nomination campaign, I found that certain people don't even know what essay is, and I was quite amazed. So I plan to make essay more popular among students. Like every UIT student should be involved with essay, and that's only possible like if there are events in which all students are involved, and the message is received to the students, like they get a certain panel through which every student gets the message for the essay, and it's programs which are for every student. And I would like to sum up with that. Please vote for me. Your vote is appreciated. You can vote on 17 and 18th of March on the website www.uisa.sca, or you can find the polling station. And every vote is appreciated. Thanks for your time.
Thank you very much, Ijlal. Up next, we have Robert Sudak.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Rob Sudak, and I'm campaigning to be your VP of University Affairs. About 6 years ago, I stepped on this campus and began my life as a student. From 2005 to 2007, I attended Durham College and graduated with a diploma in journalism. I returned in 2008 to Oshawa, but as a communication major at UIT. Over those years, I witnessed the good, the bad, and the ugly sides of student life. For the good, I have witnessed our campus flourish as one of Canada's fastest growing academic institutions. For the bad, as a student of both schools, I've seen how different the administration and we, the students, define UIT success. I see success in the form of strong student culture that promotes and supports student advocacy, and strong lines of communication between all levels of our school. For this to be accomplished, I know we need a strong voice that will push for change. For the ugly, how ostracized and unwelcome we students living on and off campus have been made to feel as members of Oshawa's community. I've lived off campus and had the distinct pleasure of meeting Oshawa's bylaw enforcement. Well, perhaps pleasure is too strong of a word. I know how you feel, because I've lived it and I'm still living it. We need a voice not afraid to speak up to our administration and our local and provincial governments. We need a person who will not back down or be intimidated. We need a leader who's anxious to serve you, the students. I possess these qualities. I know I'm the best candidate for your VP of University Affairs. Since I started my academic career, I have been a student journalist for the Chronicle, served 2 consecutive years as TOC captain for the Faculty of Social Science and Humanities, co-founder and managing editor of The Circle at UIT, the university's first peer-reviewed journal, 3rd-year representative on the Social Science and Humanities Student Society, and member of the Social Science and Humanities Dean's Advisory Committee. As your VP, I have 3 goals, all of which are number 1 on my list. Number 1, establish a centralized student culture that shares, supports, and promotes a vision for student advocacy. Number 1, create a more open and welcoming line of communication for students, between them and the SA and our administration. And number 1, I will engage in all student social justice issues that are brought forth by you and ensure you have the full support of the SA. I've been a student on campus long enough to know change will not come easy. It will take hard work, dedication, and a clear vision. I know we do not want to be defined by our institution. We are the ones that make this campus what it is. Vote for me, Rob Suggs, on March 17th and 18th to fill our central vision of improved and open communication. Together, let us make UIT student culture stand head and shoulders above the rest. Thank you.
Thank you, Rob. And last but not least, we have Dwight Thompson. Just a reminder, if anyone has any questions, now would be the time to give.
Hi, my name is Dwight Thompson, and I'm running to be your next VP of University Affairs for your Student Association. There's 3 big areas that I feel the VP of University Affairs needs to address. The first is being able to connect with university administration, to build connections, and to help implement a working dialogue on matters such as student housing, such as tuition, such as the quality of education. The second of which is that we need to empower and engage the individuals on this campus. Every one of us here today are leaders. We are doing something special, regardless of what our interests are, and we need to ensure that we engage them and empower them and give them the opportunities to excel in that avenue. The third area that I want to run on in terms of VP of University Affairs is that we need to start creating framework between the university and the Student Association. This past year, being on the board, serving as a director for your interests on your Student Association, we've seen the merger of the Student Center with the Student Association, and much of the trouble has been working with the university and ensuring that there is a framework, there is policies that better serves students' interests and secures interest in terms of students' well-being. Particularly going back, you may remember me from running in the presidential campaign. All of the areas that I addressed do encompass back to the points I made in my previous campaign, and that I believe that we have to begin to serve, and that may be sitting at a table with university administration. And the second, like I touched base on most of my speech here, is that empower and engage. We need to do that if we want to ensure that the Student Association is prevalent to you. And the third, as it comes to points of myself running for VP of University Affairs, is that represent you on matters. I'd like to end this, because I know we'll go into questions, with a quote from one of my favorite authors, Malcolm Gladwell. And he says, "What makes a great university? At the end of the day, with all the research that they do, great universities are places that have an engineered capacity for surprise. They deliberately set out to put their students in a situation where they're surprised as often as possible over the course of a day by something new, something weird, something challenging." And I really believe that this is what UIT is about, being a small student-based community university and this is what your essay should be for you. Thank you.